that finding the girl is a harmless thing.
Well, also, I was hoping that if we could calm him down, we might be able to get him to give more. Because he's upset and a child, he doesn't necessarily give as much details as he would if he were in a calm and truthful state.
Well, I mean,
But,
he is now, though, so...
right. Well, yeah, we'll press him for details. Like, where was he when the rabbit guy attacked?
I had just gone past the house on the hill, and we were heading out into the woods. We figured that we could forge a path straight over to, what was the name of that town I'm thinking of? Tully?
Okay, I'm taking notes. Also, Dante, you're the one who knows the local area. Do you know the location he's describing?
It's a larger town connected to Dracoga.
No, not Tully, the abduction point.
Oh, okay. Dante, yes, you think you have a general idea of where he might be describing as he gives you plain instructions.
Okay.
Because we could go there and look for clues.
Of course.
Well, so he already said it was a rabbit, and we already found a rabbit mask. We already found somebody murdered by a tomahawk. So there's somebody who wanders around wearing a rabbit mask. Oh God, I just had a horrible thought. But moving on from there, I'm satisfied that we have a good lead and we can confer with other teammates to go and check that place out and start tracking from there. And they might have some more information. Do you have more questions for this kid?
No, but I can do the rote suggestion hypnosis thing where...
Okay, why don't you try that?
If it occurs to you that you see Claudia Harvey again, you will come and find us, or find a way to give us information to let us know where she is.
I'll find a way
Oh no!
to give you information.
I've got the perfect thing. We'll give him one of my cards.
I'll call the number on the card.
Take this card and hide it.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody where you got it from.
Don't tell anybody.
You will forget where this card is until you get the information. Then you will call us and let us know, and then you will destroy the card.
I will forget.
Well, don't forget. Until
I'll
you
forget
call
and
us.
then remember, and then forget.
Yes, circular
And then
logic.
remember.
Your small child's brain will forget.
So yeah, these are really straightforward instructions.
You're gonna give this poor child like a psychological complex. It's gonna go all Manchurian Candidate on your
Yeah,
ass.
he starts bleeding from the nose, and it's like, oh God, I gotta back out.
Wow, you can change people's minds. You're the best sidekick ever.
Well, it all depends on whose story we're in.
Well, usually if it's 1920s, it's the rich person's story.
Ah, but you forget, I am the famous one.
Oh, that's true. You are famous, but I'm rich. Let's call ourselves world's finest. And I'll fist bump Dante.
Which is why I keep asking if you're still in the gardener's outfit.
Yeah, we'll just declare ourselves world's finest and we're done.
World's finest copyright trademark. Nobody can do it now.
Yep, no one can do it now. OC, do not steal.
Okay. So by the time you've talked your way through town to just find this kid and get him to open up and then mess with his brain, the two groups will reconvene again.
So you found records of a weirdo living in the woods?
Yep, we can confirm. Old tiger living in the woods with a kid and the mask, and creepiness all around, and a tomahawk.
This is so. Why did the town put up with this?
I don't know. I guess they're just weird town people. I don't know.
According to your research, people just kind of shrugged their shoulders and went, well, they own property out in the middle of the woods, and we don't care.
Exactly.
They were here before us, and by frontier laws before the town was founded, it's theirs now. They've been here long enough.
I guess hillbillies are gonna hillbilly is their attitude.
Well, there's kind of a problem with the story because you said that the weirdo who lived out of town
Was a what?
was a tiger.
Right,
Yes,
but they
it's
had
the
a
tiger.
rabbit mask,
The-
remember? And the
yeah.
kid
Well,
remembers the
yeah,
rabbit.
but we found a tiger skull and a mask buried out in the woods. So whoever that person was, they're been kind of dead for a while.
Had a daughter, remember?
Yeah, Estelle Terrell, her daughter, still running out there in the woods doing God knows what. Maybe kidnapping kids, tomahawking them, collecting scalps. Maybe she's gone all. Maybe she's
This
gone
is
all native.
insane.
Maybe she's
but
gone all native.
yeah, I mean, I'm saying this is insane. Not as in I disbelieve it. This is just insane.
Yeah, this is a very rural version, I guess, of The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, very
maybe
heart
there's
of
lead in the water
darkness.
or something. All right, well let's.
Yeah,
I
it's like
suppose,
this is plausible at least.
I suppose the best lead that we have is the location of the actual abduction site, unless you think your research leads you to a better location to go next.
Well, in our research, did we find? I mean, we're assuming that whatever remnant of the house was the property line that they lived in. Griff,
Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was
I'm
distracted.
assuming the ruins that we found out in the woods is where the property was that they lived
Yes.
in. And
Yes,
is there
given
no
your
other?
research, you can confirm that they are one and the same.
And there's no other property or location associated with these two people.
No, that is the only location they are known to have lived in.
And this is Estelle Teal. Do we ever get the name of their child?
Yes, written down is the name Barbara.
Barbara Terrell. And there's no
Uh,
records. There's no records of her.
Only her name.
We're coming
Barbara
to get
Terrell.
you, Barbara.
And of
So
course,
that's-
only from the old man.
That's what we got. Barbara Terrell lives out in the woods, as far as we know. Obviously, doesn't live where she used to, but yeah.
Nicholas will look at the lot of you and go, well, as far as this whole missing person thing goes, while it's been very entertaining to watch you folks go around town, I believe I have enough of my own work I need to get back to, and a large number of samples I can work with.
Oh yeah, reanimated
I
heads aren't
appreciate the
gonna...
assistance.
It was nice meeting you again, Nicholas.
Likewise, Green. You should come by
What?
the university more often. We'll have lunch.
Well, yeah, Teach.
Yeah.
Tell us what you find out about the plant and all, and yeah, keep in touch.
Do you have a card? I know you have a card, he says, looking at Claudia.
I do.
Good. I'll take that one.
I'm sorry. Why would I have cards? I say, blinking innocently.
I thought he overheard you giving, like, your card over to the professor earlier. My bad.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, the debunker guy. So yeah, and also perfect. The debunker guy has a flashlight and an infrared camera. So let's go tromping around the woods at night.
Going to wait until night to investigate, or are you going to go out while it's still sunlight?
Oh, what time is it?
It's afternoon now.
It'll get dark, but yeah, let's go.
Okay, and your destination intent is where the young Curtis has told you about.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So you'll head out into the woods that way. When you get there, why don't you roll me something to see what you can find out there?
All right. I'm going to go ahead and assist James.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
We're doing mind and observation. Do you have like tracking or anything like that? Actually, you don't because you're a deer. You have coward. Okay. So you get roll a bonus D8 from me.
And Zamek is going to give you another D8.
Yeah, so we go there and we all start looking around for clues. And I guess taking photographs.
Let me roll the 2d8s.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 success, and wait for one of those 2d8s. That is 2 successes. You do have at least 1 there. Do you have an observation specialty?
Searching for clues.
Hell yeah, go ahead and reroll it.
Clues. And not.
Or
hidden
reroll what
murder.
exactly?
Your d8
Were you-
there. It's a 1. The career dice on your
Yeah, see,
observation.
this seems to be one problem with the character sheet generator, because it only counts successes. It doesn't actually tell you your die rolls.
You can hover over the numbers and get them.
Yeah.
And
Your mouse
specifically when it's a 1, the red box will appear.
Yeah, you mouse over the success.
Okay, so I got 3 successes.
Hey, excellent! You've managed to see the tracks of a,
Make that 4 successes.
Ooh, wow, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we have 4 successes here. You do, in fact, manage to find the tracks of what you can assume is some very heavy boots by a very large individual. And you can see them moving around this area. And off in the middle of the bushes, you can also find a fresh tomahawk.
Oh, sorry. He said 2 successes as if the 3 was count.
It's still 3. 3 is still good enough.
A tomahawk, is the tomahawk embedded in something with force, or is it just abandoned?
It is embedded at the base of a tree with force. It looks like it may have reached the bottom of its arc and has been obscured by bushes.
Well, let's get a photo of it before we manipulate it.
Wait, are we walking around with photography equipment?
Yeah, the debunker has one.
Bright flash.
He's
20
got a
min-
camera to expose. He can take a picture and expose.
20
the-
minutes of setup.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro.
Let's see. Now, what's the tomahawk made out of? Is it like? Because this is weird.
Taking a look at it and putting it into your hands after you take the photograph, the haft appears to be made out of oak, one of the common tree types around here. It appears to be bound together with natural fiber into a rope, but the head appears to be made out of some kind of metal. It looks very silvery and shines in the bare amount of light. Almost sort of like a rainbow pattern, even.
That's so weird.
What you notice about the haft, though, James, is that it appears that there's a large orange paw print on it.
Orange, as if your hands are covered with freaking fungus dust. Damn it!
And in fact, where it is buried in, you can see that the edge of the axe actually might have transferred some mold into this tree as well, where it is impacted.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Well, so here's proof that tomahawk, but a weird metal blade with a rainbow pattern. Right. I want to try and identify the metal using
All
my
right.
academics knowledge.
Go for it. Mine in academics obviously makes
Yep,
sense.
it's metal, all right.
It's a metal, but it's not iron, it's not copper, it's not any of the common metals you might expect out of a tool.
No,
Whatever
that's
this
silver.
is, it behaves differently.
Well, the rainbow patina is very unusual. It means it's not galvanized or anything like that. That's really weird. All right. Well, so here's our proof. Someone is running around the woods throwing tomahawks and collecting orange dust. I think we need to start looking around, see if we can follow any trails. Crap, it rained recently, though, so this is going to be difficult.
Indeed, but you've got 3 successes already and found the trail already.
Actually, that's a pretty pertinent point. We know it rained in the middle of the woods. When we came out of the woods, it seemed like it rained anywhere else.
Oddly enough, no. It doesn't seem like anywhere else is really all that wet or moist at the moment. Well,
Wow.
it did shower a day ago.
Right, but
Yeah,
that was just basically like a nightmare that we all shared in the middle of the woods, and not so much a thing that happened anywhere else.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. You guys find really weird stuff. There you go, James. I'm gonna pat James in the back. We'll show you some weird stuff. Just hang out with us.
Like I said, never a dull moment at the freaking book research club.
Yep.
The book research club.
Let's go ahead and follow the trail. James, you're our lead. Do you have any evasion dice at all?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a deer. That's right. So you should be quiet. In fact, I think we're all pretty sneaky, right? Who
I
doesn't
have evasion too.
Yeah. What about you, Dante?
I have none.
Okay. Well, let's.
If someone gets a success, you can, of course. share
I
it with Dante.
I don't have any evasion, but I do have stealth.
Right.
I have-
Okay, perfect.
I have
Let's
I have 2
quietly
sticks.
follow the trail.
So everyone, go ahead and give me a roll of, I guess, just speed, evasion, and stealth. Claudia is completely unheard, and in fact, you're not
I'm-
even sure she's here anymore.
I'm Batman.
I mean, if
Sonic
need
and James
be,
Green, keeping it on low.
if need be, I can always still evoke clouding minds.
That you could. At the moment, you are sort of the most obvious, trampling about the woods in your fine outfit and stomping on branches and getting stuck on brambles.
Yeah, the fact I have no skill means I can't even re-roll the 1.
You can't help but think every single time something happens to you, like, I would have gotten through this as a kid.
I would like to burn one of my successes to give a D8 to Dante.
Okay. You do so, and you advise him on how to not make a total fool of himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
I am still trampling around in a full-on fancy outfit with a cane and everything. So
Yeah, I really don't know why you're doing that, but hey.
But at least
because
as it gets darker, you blend in a little bit more.
if I dress down, I'm more recognizable as not Dante, which is what I strive to not do.
But we are in the woods, so
Right, which is a place I fear to be anyway.
And as you follow the trail, you come back to a familiar clearing full of tall grass and a burned building, but from a different angle this
Oh,
time.
fuck me.
wait, Liz, back to the same freaking place?
And where the footprints are, you can see that there is a definitive line where they absolutely stop, and in fact cut in half.
Okay. Like they just flew away?
As if they were halfway through one step, and then, yes, afterwards just disappeared.
I am going to try something really stupid.
But we're back at we're back at the ruins, the destroyed house
From a different spot.
from a different spot.
From a different path. In other words, they took them back here but then disappeared. This isn't the first time I've seen something occupy a different space, because except for James here, we were all, that time the library got dislocated to another place.
Right.
Which is hilarious because you said the library has mold damage. It doesn't have red mold damage, does it?
No.
Okay, but still, yeah, it's just his damage because
That was sidewalk damage.
that's
That
sidewalk.
was cracks in the ground.
Because the whole building disappeared. I'm the one want to watch. I'm the one want to watch this Rick and Morty, right?
I haven't watched the new
Yeah,
season
obviously
yet.
the
Yeah.
only one. No,
Right,
I
but
won't.
remember this.
I've been meaning to catch up.
There's a running joke in Rick and Morty that there's a crack in the driveway because they teleported the whole
Yes.
house to another planet.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every
Yeah.
time they show it, that crack is
That
still
crack is still there from the first season when they accidentally teleported to another dimension. It's still
I love
the
that.
outline is yeah.
Yeah, so now the library's got that. All right. So I'm gonna try something stupid. I'm gonna put my feet in the half footprints.
You do. Your feet are actually smaller.
Yay.
Yep.
What
And
time
And
of the day?
slightly muddier.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try. I mean, like, and I'll try to step forward. Do I go to the nightmare place, or am I still in the same place?
You take a step forward, and you're still exactly where you were.
Something. This place here. I have to point to where the footprints are. This is the link. Somebody was
I think
here.
I got it. I think I got something. I think I got an idea. So,
All right.
I go over to where the footsteps end, and I prepare the meeting ritual that I found in the journal page.
All right, very interesting.
Are you using your personal power or your shaman power? Both.
DM, tell me how that works.
You only have opinion power right now. You didn't buy
Never
personal
mind.
power
Yeah,
anything,
sorry.
did you?
Yeah, the
No.
shaman only. Sorry, I made a mistake. Shaman only has petition to power. He has to ask. Okay, but he has
Right.
friends. So
So,
And you still have a D8 for that, so you already have that. And of course,
right.
we can see what we need for ritual, which I believe was mind, will, academics, and your power die.
Yep. Mind, will, academics. Let's see here. Mind, will, academics plus a D8, right?
Right. And I am assuming you're intending to take your time with this ritual and set it up over like 5 minutes.
Yes.
Where I'm
Yeah, so
going,
you only
you
really
gotta
need
be
one
kidding
success
me.
for this.
Okay. Well, here I roll.
All right, you get at least one success, which is all that you needed there. And no ones for power dice, I would assume. That last one is the power dice.
Yes.
Oh wow, that rolled like 11d8. What the hell?
No, that was really weird because I only just did 1d8. Hold
I
on,
guess it
let
got
me-
messed up, but yeah, you still got at least one success. So you successfully cast Hymn of the Dreamer, correct?
No, the second one.
Oh,
Him
meeting.
him. I assume him
All
of
right.
meeting.
So you set up a little trading spot, a place for people to meet, and you light a small little candle that you pulled out of your pocket. Uh, and though the world isn't darker, you feel everything is a little bit more black and white. As this thing begins to descend from the sky, wearing a antlered skull on its head, and nothing but a wispy black robe. It's skeletal and pale,
that's not good.
and it approaches the circle.
Wait, does he
Do
see
I
that, or do we all see that?
You all see this
Oh,
apparating
great.
out of nowhere.
Does it remind me of anything?
Uh, maybe. Go ahead and roll me mind and will.
Nope, thank God.
You've never seen it before.
I was worried a childhood memory would come to fro and I'd freak out.
It hovers just an inch above the ground, not touching it whatsoever, as its feet and arms just dangle, and it stares directly at you, Zamek.
And I try to get as close as possible to find out what the hell this thing is.
And I put my arm out and I
James, take a
push him
picture,
as-
damn it!
push him aside as I'm like, this is kind of personal, dude. And I address the spirit, and I go, who are you?
Dreamer.
And do you reside in this place?
It tilts its head at you.
Ask it where the girl is.
Calm down. Are you involved in the disappearing all these missing children?
No.
But do you know who is?
What do you offer?
What do you want?
Dreams.
How many?
1. A good one.
Deal. I go, deal.
He will hold out his hand over the candle, and the candle will flicker for a little bit. Agreed.
Agreed.
I will return to you when you have it.
It will be shortly.
And he begins to fade from view, as if he was slowly becoming more and more transparent until he wasn't there at all.
You know.
Well, that didn't
All
explain
right.
anything. What do you mean? What dreams? What are you going to give it?
He goes, don't worry about it.
What?
He goes, this is
And
beyond.
I just stare.
I go, this is beyond your understanding. So just trust me. I'm gonna have to make a deal with this guy for us to get any further information about what's going on. So I'm gonna go take a cat nap, and I walk over to the nearest tree, and you see me take the dream catcher out of the pocket and hang it up on a random branch over it, and I just sit down and I lay down, and I'm a cat, so cats sleep whenever they want to, so I just go down and fall asleep.
Okay. What do you have to make yourself dream here, or how long are you planning to sleep? Zombie just kind of sits down next to a tree and takes a nap.
Whatchamacallit, according to this ritual book, Dreamcatcher, the first circle, I have the ability to capture dreams with this Dreamcatcher.
Indeed. So how are you going to cast that while you sleep?
Well, I assume I do that before I go to sleep.
You know what? That's a reasonable assumption, yeah.
And I just said they're slack-jawed.
And before I nod off, I go, keep an eye out and, guard me while I'm sleeping.
Well, no shit. This is the area that tried to attack us with the storm and mold before. You want to lay down and fall asleep?
These footprints are only half big. Whoever it was, they probably are abducting children and tossing them in the other hell dimension.
I guess I guess I'll let you know when I find out, and I fall asleep.
So we're gonna wait for 3 hours while REM sleep takes hold.
Well, he might actually start. It depends on how fast. No, don't.
I'm gonna assume
There's
furry
a better
rules
way to
apply.
fall
I'm a
asleep.
cat. I'm a cat. Cats fall asleep in the drop of a dime.
Well,
I've had four cats throughout my life. They know how to fall asleep instantly. It's not a struggle.
I gotta give him that. We could have him fall asleep naturally or risk hypnosis. I think having him fall asleep naturally is probably better.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say sucker punch him.
No.
How long are you guys going to... first of all, Zamek, do you want to go ahead and make another ritual roll just to make sure that you set this all up right?
Sure, and I assume it's the same roll: mind, will, academics, plus the D8.
Correct. You're
All
just
right.
looking for one success because you're taking your time with it, and it's just a circle one.
All right. Hopefully it doesn't spaz out. It still does. However, I rolled
All right,
a
simple
4.
enough. In addition, I would like you to roll me mind and will.
Before he starts going to sleep, could I do 2 things real quick?
Yes.
I would like to shield him. But I'm going to cast 2 things here. I'm going to roll 2 things here and hope that my die doesn't go down to nothing. So I'm going to start with Mesmeric Shield on Zamek.
Mesmeric Shield.
And it doesn't go down. And then we're going to start with... And then I'm going to apply PK Shield on him. And hope it doesn't go down.
And just to let you know, I rolled mind and will and got 2 successes.
So Zamek now has Mesmeric Shield and PK Shield applied to him.
Okay. And do I see that applied?
You don't necessarily have to do anything for casting, I believe.
If you're not using ostentatious casting, no blatantly obvious sign.
Yep, as far as you can tell, Dante is just kind of, looking a little bit intently at Zamek for a second, and Zamek just sort of sits down all calmly.
Okay, it's like, okay, I saw something come out of the woods with a skull.
How long are you willing to wait on Zamek?
Well, I guess the better question is how long is this going to take me?
You don't know.
Okay.
I mean, unless you can necessarily force yourself to immediately have a dream or something.
I mean,
I'm sticking around until the moment my cowardice overwhelms me. Because I am
yeah.
already freaking out just for having been in here, since I wouldn't even go to the... Remember the second episode, I wouldn't even go into the woods. And now I'm all
And
the
now
way
they're just
in.
dragging
I
you
mean,
deeper in.
I could technically just do some lucid dreaming exercise. I mean, that is
Right,
theoretically.
which is why I'm basically asking you to just do some mind and will.
I mean, I got 2 successes.
Where was that? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So you guys wait around for about an hour. The sun is still going down, and it's getting to be sunset now. And you think you can see like little splotches of orange around the forest at this point. Uh, but within that hour, you see that the Dreamcatcher has a little bit of drop of dew on it, and it sort of shines and stays nice and in place.
All right. I guess I wake up at that point.
Well, I mean, does anyone wake you up?
Yeah, I'll nudge him with my foot if I think that means he's done.
Okay, so you nudge him and wake him up.
Sorry, not with my foot, with the end of my cane. I'm not a barbarian.
No, of
We're
course not. Gee,
civilized
thanks.
here. So, Zamek, what was your good dream about?
I had a dream one time of when me and my friends used to swim in the river in my village before it was destroyed, and it was one of the happiest memories of my childhood.
All right. Nice, happy, fun time. And as you wake up, of course, you see your dream catcher with a single drop of dew.
And I pick it up and I walk back over to where I had I guess the ceremony for the trading post, and I place it down and I sit down and I wait for the dreamer to come back.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll through this one. No, go ahead and roll. It might have happened. Wickedness might happen. That's always a risk.
So do the same mind will.
Yep, and of course, we're just looking for the one success.
And I got one.
And I'm just double checking. Yep, it's still rolling 11d8 there, oddly enough, but you still got the one. That's all that matters. You
Gotcha.
set up the exchange again, and of course he, instead of descending from the sky like last time, just reappears exactly where he was, as if he had never left.
And he goes, I hope this is a fair price.
He reaches out for the dream catcher and takes it into his hand. He plucks the little bit of dew from it, tilts his skull back, and lets it drop into the mouth of the skull. And then he hands the dream catcher back to you. Accepted.
And I go, where is damn it, I forgot her name. What's the name of the child again?
Barbara.
Yes. Where is Barbara?
Or you mean Claudia?
Or Claudia? Where's Claudia
Harvey.
Harvey, yes. Claudia
Near.
Harvey.
Who am I looking for again?
And does Regina have her?
No.
Well, Regina's dead.
Is Regina no Barbara. Does Barbara have her? My apologies.
Yes.
Where is she?
Near.
Fuck.
Direction, at least? Could you just point somewhere? I just gave up a childhood dream.
just for reference, you
Could
don't
you-
like lose the memory forever or anything.
Okay. You can tilt your can you
It's not
tilt your
that-
Okay, thank you. Thank you, by the
Okay.
way. And then like could you like at least tilt your antlers in the general direction she might be in, dude?
He'll go ahead and take his hand and sort of point downwards.
Downwards.
Oh, that's not good.
We all know what happens in the basement of the Blair Witch house.
Exactly.
Basement is pointing to the dirt on a fungus that feeds off of dead matter.
No, yeah, but there's the burnt out house that's in the middle of the area.
Well, crud, burnt out house of a basement? I'm gonna walk over.
Clearly we need to... I don't know.
I'll
Alright,
handle the questions first before going to actions.
All right. I look at the dreamer. I go, is there anything else you could tell us?
I'm thinking what else he might say here. There are several below, but only one comes out.
And I take a, and after I'm sure when the conversation is done, I take a picture.
Samek, ask him how many are alive.
Yes. How many are alive?
Is it life anymore?
Ask how many
Okay.
of them are still breathing.
I go to Dante. I think I got the answer, and I'm like, thank you for all your.
Don't leave it ambiguous. He knows for sure, you don't.
Dude, they're dead.
But don't, just ask, man.
Are they dead? They're dead. They're not. They're
Just
not
ask
in
him if
this
they're
mortal-
breathing. Dead people don't breathe. That's an unambiguous question.
Are they?
Seven.
7?
7.
7 of them are still breathing. Which means they're
Lucky
alive.
number. Funny.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's luck for us. All right. I guess we got to find some way down below.
And I'm
Well, the
still
obvious
just
thing is-
stare.
She'll be
I
here
just feel
soon. And then he
Oh,
disappears again.
And
Oh,
I
she'll
just
be
staring
here
slack
soon.
jawed.
she'll be here soon, guys. Everyone, take position.
Take
You got a
positions.
picture of that, right? Yeah, I gotta keep tapping James on the shoulder and say, "You got a picture of that, right?"
All right, Claudia, you were thinking
Yes,
something, right?
yes.
Yeah, I was gonna search the house for a basement.
You do, and you find what looks like would have been the remains of a basement, but has caved in on itself.
Well, that's no good.
And of course, as this is all happening, the sun finally begins to set low enough that the entire forest is almost utterly dark. And you can see the bright oranges in the barest amount of light left as they all flower. And you feel a distinct rumbling.
All right. I'm gonna go hide.
I will go ahead and roll with your hides from before.
I'm not gonna
As-
hide. I gotta see what this is.
Where are you standing then?
I'm the ruins of the house.
All right. As the rumbling
Listen-
occurs, the entire
Batwoman.
ground beneath you, Claudia, begins to lift upwards,
Okay.
up towards the trees, until a circular area of ground has erected itself in the area that this house once stood. The rest of you see this as well, noticing the layers of dirt and the layers of fungus that are within it. But in front of you all is a cavern entrance.
Cave of
And
Wonders.
at the forefront of it is a figure. It looks haggard and dirty. It is a tiger of some description. One second. It's a tiger with orange and black fur. A woman of some kind, wearing a very tiny rabbit mask over its face. At its waist, you can see a handful of tomahawks, and in its hand is a thick, broad axe.
Holy crap.
Covering it is glowing orange. Some substance of this fungus. And of course, the head of the axe is not merely a iridescent rainbow, but has a noticeable red hue, much like the flowers, as it steps out. And now I might want to go ahead and roll its observation.
Just for reference's sake, I would be near Claudia because she was helping me hide.
Right, so you're on top and basically unnoticed. To do body mind. Do. One. I believe Zamek and James got 2 successes each earlier, didn't they?
Yeah.
I only
Yep.
had one.
And it
And I'm not even hiding.
right, but you're basically on top of a hill behind her. In fact, you are probably about 10 feet over her head if you're looking over the lip of this. This is actually a bit of a dangerous height now.
Actually,
Okay.
could I try something?
Sure.
Because I figure this is the moment to go from fear to anger. I mean, so long as nobody else has a problem with me getting angry and doing something stupid.
Your flaw is a secret, not an actual, mental problem.
Well, I've been living with PTSD for a long time now. Like, nightmares about this for like 30 years, so... I'm gonna try and roll psychokinesis to, grab that axe out of her hands.
Okay.
This I gotta see.
I mean, I gotta get 5 successes to do it, so it might not happen.
Let's see if it even happens.
It's my declared intent, but I can pivot to a lesser thing.
That
That
is
is
true.
true.
You could just go ahead and swing branches at her. if you
Damn
really
it.
want to.
You saw all
Not
those
enough.
4s that I rolled. Let's
I
see.
see them.
I'm gonna shove her back into the cave.
You can hear her growl at this in confusion. And
Well, she gets a resistance roll.
yeah.
Being shot.
Body, will, and endurance. If they fail, they become dazed and unbalanced, and they have no idea why. If they tie, they become dazed and are suspicious of you. They don't know how you did it, but they know you did something.
Alright, she has a 6 on you.
She's still dazed. Oh no, never mind, that's if they tie. I was
Yeah.
completely ineffectual, and I completely now am pissing my pants.
She looks up from the lip of the cave up towards the top of this hill and sees you, and she fidgets her hands a little bit in her as she starts reaching towards her belt for a tomahawk.
I'm gonna shoot her.
And we'll go ahead and end it right there because it is 8:44. We got 15 minutes left.
That's
Not
why I
enough
just
for
point
All right.
Yeah, I just point the gun at the camera, and that's it. I'm just gonna shoot.
Oh yeah, the Breaking
Roll
Bad
credits.
scene where Jesse Pinkman pulls the gun and you hear the click bang and it goes black and you don't see what happens until next
Yes.
episode.
Yep. No spoilers
Yes.
on that. All right.
Alright, so everybody,
Created
let's go
by
get
Griffin
your
Barra.
mottos. Dante.
Mottos. I always have a plan.
You got this far. Zamek.
The sun will come out tomorrow. I've been optimistic this whole time.
And it's gonna come out tomorrow. You got a long while. Claudia.
Justice tempered by mercy. So I'm here to get that girl back.
Indeed. And James.
There's got to be a logical explanation for this.
This has gotta be. You've been working the beat all day. Alright, quick question about any personal goals. You think that you fulfilled yours, James? What did you got? I think last time I heard you were looking to prove or disprove something paranormal.
Yes, and I haven't exactly proven anything yet. I think I took a picture. I told.
Right. So we'll go ahead and cover that like next session then.
Uh-huh.
I know for certain, Theta, yours isn't done. Zamek, yours isn't done, and Claudia, you got like the book, but the investigation is on hold for a little.
No, I still haven't found Breakstone.
Yeah, that's definitely the next lead to go for, though.
Yeah, after we're done in Willow Springs, we pivot back to the rest of your mission.
All right, so debrief. What do you guys think? Likes, dislikes?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's a nice investigation.
I'm really enjoying this. It has a slow dread. Things happen that we don't understand, but the more we investigate it, the more things we uncover, and then it ended a really good climax. This feels like a paranormal investigation game to me. I'm really enjoying it.
Yay! I'm glad.
Yeah, I got it too. I really did enjoy it. I kind of see where it was going, but it was good.
All right. Any other comments? Let's see. I hope I'm not bouncing around too much between plots. I feel like the first set of this campaign, I really just wanted to introduce different things that are happening before getting into like a main line or something, right?
No, I feel you're doing a very good job of juggling that around. Like,
Okay.
I feel kind of bad because like I'm looking at my character motivation. I just keep thinking sounds urgent because Breakstone's probably not getting any more dead.
I can at least guarantee you that the plot's on hold until you get there.
And my character
You gotta
does
make it fun and dramatic.
I do honestly feel guilty that I roped Dante into something that didn't actually find them in the pit.
Well, you didn't rope it in.
Right.
I knew for certain that Claudia had nothing to do with what you had me going for. So, that was just a call of me going with the flow. I hate being the guy that's always sidelining things for his own goals, so...
Well, and I feel guilty because I was pretty sure they might actually. No, it turns out they were being sacrificed to some other.
Right. Well, I mean...
Apparently there's two!
Well, the thing is that I've always known that I've had this backstory that's like I've been keeping a secret, so I'm
Right.
not telling you guys things, and then I've realized I had to break down during this episode to say, guys, okay, this is what's really going on. I can't keep my secrets because you guys are going to keep thinking other things. So,
I know. I think that's awesome because that's very much in the horror. So that's pretty. And like I said, I've learned that there's at least two horror. Great.
All right. Well, I enjoyed myself. I have to drop off. So, how much XP are we getting for this one?
Everyone goes ahead and grabs 2 experience. Congratulations. I think if I've been paying attention, keeping track, that is 10 total experience from not returning gifts at all. So if you haven't returned any gifts, most of you should have something brand new if you want. But I think most of you have exchanged things already.
All right.
yeah,
Well, I have 10 XP. I'm
so-
gonna have to figure out.
I've
what
sold
I'm gonna
back
have to-
2 gifts over time, so I don't know what our on-sold gift total is.
Yeah, we've had ultimately this is our 4th session here, and then we had a get together talk at one point. So that basically is 5, so should be 10 in normal experience gains here.
All right. Awesome.
All right, thank you all for coming. Glad you had a good time, and next time we're gonna have a fight.
All right. Cool. See you guys next week.
And he is all right.
See ya.